Every second of your life is defined by a single, inescapable perception. You experience time as a relentless river, pushing you away from the familiar warmth of the past and dragging you into the cold uncertainty of the future. We age, we decay, we hold on to fading memories, but we can only blindly guess at the events of tomorrow. This unidirectional flow feels like a fundamental law, yet it may be nothing more than a localized human illusion. Theoretical physics suggests the cosmic current governing our reality can be violently reversed. To comprehend the true mechanics of our universe, we must strip away this flawed biological perspective. In the early 20th century, Albert Einstein introduced the theory of general relativity, providing the mathematical tools to dismantle the long-held Newtonian idea of a universal ticking clock. Einstein proved that time is not an untouchable force drifting in the background. It is the fourth dimension, woven directly into the physical fabric of space itself. Observe this structural model of reality. This is the block universe. In this framework, the past, the present, and the future do not happen in a moving sequence. They exist entirely simultaneously. Your birth, your exact moment watching this video, and the eventual heat death of the universe are all solid, immovable structures sharing the same plane of existence. Time functions as a vast physical landscape, stretched out infinitely in all directions, as permanent as the mountains or the sea. Because time is a solid, measurable landscape, the concept of time travel enters the realm of engineering. Moving to the past becomes an act of navigation. It is the simple process of changing your mathematical coordinates on a map. A traveler is just drawing a physical line from a coordinate in their present, directly to a spatial coordinate situated 100 years behind them. This physical model of time presents a terrifying vulnerability. If the past is merely a location on a map, we can build a machine to visit it. And if we can visit it, we possess the capacity to alter it. We can introduce variables that the architecture of reality never accounted for, leaving the cosmos completely exposed to the physical whims of any traveler brave enough to step through the door. Imagine stepping into the cold steel of a temporal displacement engine. You calibrate the coordinates for exactly 1 century in the past. The doors open, and you find yourself staring at your own grandfather, decades before he ever met your grandmother. In a moment of madness, you aim a weapon and pull the trigger. The moment that bullet leaves the chamber, you collide with an unbreakable rule governing our entire universe: causality. This is the absolute law of cause and effect. In all observable physics, a cause must always, without a single exception, precede an effect. The dropping of a glass shatters it. The spark ignites the flame. Causality is the structural glue that holds the physical universe together. Look closely at this chronological map of your own existence. If your grandfather dies, the node representing your parent is erased. If your parent is never born, your own node never materializes. The timeline loops backward upon itself and shatters. You have destroyed the cause that created the effect, initiating a feedback loop that the mathematics of the universe cannot resolve. This creates a tear in the fabric of reality. If your birth was entirely prevented and you never existed, who exactly stepped out of that machine? Who stood in that room? Who applied the pressure to the trigger? The trigger pull initiates a fatal logic bomb, a closed loop of creation and destruction that demands the immediate mathematical collapse of reality. If the traveler is erased, the trigger is never pulled. If the trigger is never pulled, the traveler is born. This recursive cycle acts as a parasite, consuming the stability of the universe until nothing remains but a void of unresolvable contradictions. If this paradox guarantees universal collapse, the cosmos must possess a way to defend itself. In the 1980s, Russian physicist Igor Novikov looked at the mathematics of time travel and realized the universe must have an immune system. He proposed a theoretical solution known as the self-consistency principle. Novikov argued that there is only one singular timeline, and it is entirely unalterable. According to his mathematics, the universe acts as an active cosmic censor. It has a built-in defense mechanism engineered specifically to prevent paradoxes from ever entering the historical record. If you travel back with lethal intent, the universe will intervene. The mechanical hammer of your weapon inexplicably refuses to fall. The firing pin shatters. You trip on an unseen floorboard. A sudden, violent gust of wind diverts the trajectory of your bullet. The laws of probability warp to ensure you fail. In many scenarios, the universe operates with a sense of cruel irony. The loud crack of your misfired weapon might startle your grandfather, causing him to flee down an alleyway where he literally collides with the woman who will become your grandmother. Your intervention becomes the exact catalyst that ensures your own birth. You are unable to change the past because your presence, your actions, and your ultimate failure were already baked into the historical record. The timeline protects itself by absorbing your interference into its natural, pre-existing design. This cosmic censor demands a heavy price. It reduces every human action to a pre-programmed line of code, forced to execute a cosmic script that has already been written. Our choices are stripped of the meaning, proving that in a stable universe, free will is nothing more than a convincing facade. But what if the universe does not physically stop you? What if the gun fires perfectly, the bullet finds its mark, and the trigger is successfully pulled? If the timeline does not defend itself with physical censorship, it must possess a secondary, far more extreme protocol. This leads us to the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics. At the subatomic level, particles exist in multiple states at once until they are observed. This behavior suggests a reality where every possible outcome physically manifests, offering the universe a brutal method of quarantining a time traveler. Observe the visual representation of this timeline. At the exact millisecond you alter an established event, the universe prevents a paradox through a violent fracture. It instantly splits reality into two distinct parallel branches. You have introduced a contradictory variable, and reality divides to accommodate the mathematical strain. In this newly created dimension, your grandfather perishes, and your birth will never occur. But in your original, prime timeline, the one you left behind, he lived a full life. You were born, and you eventually boarded a time machine. The two realities now exist side by side, entirely blind to one another. This reveals a horrifying truth about quantum time travel. You have not rewritten your own history. Your past remains completely untouched. By pulling that trigger, you have simply abandoned your original timeline entirely, severing the cord to your own home dimension. You are now permanently classified as a temporal orphan. You are trapped forever in a mirrored alien reality, wandering through a dimensional branch that does not belong to you, entirely unable to return to the universe that created you. Let us push this horror to its ultimate conclusion. Let us discard the physical mechanics of relativity and the quantum branches of reality. What if our entire perception of a physical universe is a lie? What if we are existing inside an incomprehensibly massive digital simulation? Within this framework, time travel functions as a direct exploit. It represents a user within the program attempting to access the universal source code and aggressively overwrite an immutable save file. In a digital context, the grandfather paradox manifests as a division by zero, a fatal logical bug that directly contradicts the core programming of reality. The system is being told to render a file that it simultaneously registers as permanently deleted. A contradiction of this magnitude in any advanced software causes catastrophic instability. Does the universal rendering engine begin to stutter? Do the laws of physics break down as the processing power is entirely consumed by an infinite recursive loop? The ultimate failsafe is an emergency deletion. The system wipes the corrupted data, the precise moment a civilization successfully builds a time machine and creates a paradox. Their entire timeline is instantly and quietly deleted from the drive to prevent a total system crash. This automated protocol may explain the silence from our future. The simulation sterilizes the threat at the exact moment of invention, erasing the travelers before they ever have the chance to arrive. We do not see them because they no longer exist in the directory. We perceive ourselves as living beings, carving our own destinies across the stars. But perhaps we are just the contents of a corrupted file. We are blindly playing out our roles, unaware of the fatal logic error looming in our future.
waiting, silently, for the system to inevitably shut us down. Time is ticking.